Hello, welcome. I'm Jeff Francisco with the Da Vinci Group. I'm joined here by David Anderson, our esteemed and loyal and fantastic distribution partner in the UK. I'm quite thrilled to be doing a little presentation this morning telling you a little bit about what the Da Vinci Group is and some highlights on some of our key new products. Many of you may know about us, many of you may not. So what I'm going to do is do a quick overview on who we are as a company, and that really starts with what our brands are. We're known as the Da Vinci Group. We actually have two brands. The first is TDG Audio, which is what most of you will see. That's where our premier architectural audio products used in homes and businesses throughout the world lie. Our second brand you may see is Vanguard Dynamics. Vanguard Dynamics is our becoming our smart home audio mix, and the product quality really isn't of any lesser. It's actually just a little bit different go-to-market strategy in many parts of the world, but an equally premium brand. So those are our two brands, TDG Audio and Vanguard Dynamics, and that's what you'll come to see when you buy our products. A little bit of, you can't know about a company, I think, unless you know a little bit about the people behind it. And this is a little bit of an overview on myself and my partner. My partner, Alex Chu, the CTO and co-founder, is very experienced in the audio business. He has a strong history, and this really kind of will position us as kind of a geek engineering company. We're really, but we kind of learn marketing and we know sales. We're really engineering driven. And Alex worked in product design and manufacturing for many years in Asian factories and doing production, engineering, things like that. Myself, I'm the CEO and president. I'll roll into a little bit about my history. I have to brag about myself here a bit. Many of you may know Speakercraft. I was there 27 years. I was at one time an owner. I was a key exec. Many people don't know me because I had a business partner that cast a large shadow. But most of the time I was there, I was involved directly in R&D. I did a lot of products. I did a product there in the lower middle you'll see, which made it into the CEDIA Hall of Fame, called AIM. I designed thousands of products, thousands of architectural products. I designed for a lot of different brands while at Speakercraft, and even before that, when Speakercraft was actually an OEM company, I did products for some of the brands you see there. And just as a side note, I am a bit of a more than just an engineering guy. I stumbled into this business after a career in my early days as a musician. So I have that, and I always try to bring that to the market, and my passion for good music. My partner, Alex Chu, he is a very experienced. This makes us a unique company because I don't think there's any other company that has an owner that's experienced in manufacturing and engineering with so many premium brands. He ran products well at an Asian manufacturer. He learned from the ground up, lived in the dorms, worked at the factory, and those brands you see below, he actually ran projects for. A very well valued part of the team. So when we make our products and we design our products, we don't just hand them over the fence to someone else to carry through. Alex actually determines exactly not the design of the product only, but something in the engineering side of it called production engineering. So we're very Apple-esque in that way. We actually design exactly how it's manufactured, how it's tested. This gives us a very reliable product. As I like to say, in that 27 years of Speakercraft, I got a lot of stomach acid learning what the right and the wrong things to do in product design are. And we've really brought those kinds of things into how we manufacture and go to market with products. So we come out with a very, not only great sounding product, but a very reliable product. A little bit about what we do. Most of our products, of course, people will know for residential installations. This goes without saying. That's where many of them are used. We also have quite a portfolio of commercial installations that people don't know about. One that's just actually closing on the upper right-hand side of your screen, you'll see a hotel there under construction that was just finished. That's the W Hotel in Philadelphia. Pennsylvania's been in the news a bit recently in the States. But that hotel is actually the largest hotel project in the US in the past 10 years. And that has about 600 of our NFC 83s and all kinds of outdoor products. It's a premium product, a property. They have premium products in it. So we're in a range of things like hotels, airports, light commercial installations, bars, restaurants, things like that. So our product range is used for premium installations in venues like that as well. And people really find it's reliable. It doesn't have to be serviced. They can install it and forget about it. As far as our reach, we have people like great distributors like David and Avoke in the UK that fulfill our products, quickly and accurately throughout the world. Here in the States, we have 2 distribution locations. We distribute throughout Latin America, Mexico. Then we actually have a full warehouse of products in the Netherlands. This makes us a little bit different than a lot of US companies, especially in that we stock a full range of products. I believe that if you quote and you want a product installed, you sell it, it should be available, and we do a pretty good job at that. We also, for some of our larger partners and small partners, we do fulfillment directly from China, which makes us a little bit unique also. So that's a little bit about our company. What I wanted to jump into here is something a little unique that we've been doing and where we see the market headed, and that is with the category of what we call VAIL. It really started with something called the VAIL amp. And quite a few years ago now, back up a man, right here. Quite a few years ago now, my partner Alex, he likes to tell the story. He had a young daughter, and he trying to hold the daughter, the groceries, walk into the house, turn on the lights. He got into, basically, he bought a Amazon Alexa to smarten his home and turn things on. Quickly discovered it was really great for music too. What is going on right now with smart speakers, and this is particularly some of this is Alexa, the figures you see here, and I pulled these are figures actually for the UK in particular, and this shows you what's really happening in our little world of high-end integration. We're kind of used to seeing some of the big C company integration and automation companies, right? But really there's a lot more going on under the cover there, as the bulk of the population experiences smart speakers. And these figures here show you that, well, as of 19, it was 21%, but now it's 27% of Britons actually own a smart speaker right now, and I believe a quarter of them, 25%, I think it was, is actually Amazon Echo. So it's pretty amazing. You have this, and most people own more than one device. They're using them constantly. And here's what I'm really getting to with this product in this category and what I see exciting about the market. You have this bulk of the population using it. They're in people's homes, and the number one way they're using it, if you look there on that middle slide, is they're playing music or radio. So you have all these people using these smart speakers, and the one thing they're doing with it is listening to music. And these figures are actually very similar throughout the world and in the States as well. So the wonderful thing is we have a big percentage of the population using a smart speaker. You have them using that to listen to music, but the real problem is, and the opportunity for our market is, the music sucks. So that gives us all an opportunity to upgrade that experience. The good thing, of course, is we have more people within the home listening to music than ever because of this. So what we've set out to do is make products that attach to that experience and that user understanding of how to listen to music. And this is what we've been finding in the States. So that's a little bit about the background of why we're doing these products. It started really with the Amazon Echo. And because, like the UK and the States, it's the most popular product, although that's starting to change a bit. One of the things that can be leveraged with Amazon's Alexa platform is it's not just a way to stream music, but it also, like all the others now do too, that are doing home music services hardware, It offers intercom and paging, multi-room capability. I've been to the grand headquarters in Seattle there. I mean, there's floors of engineers pounding on keyboards. They're probably doing more R&D for multi-room music in a single month than our industry has done in the past 5 years. I mean, they're really, really deep into this. So the capabilities are there, they're expanding, and they have a lot of, what I'm getting to here is there's a lot more than just streaming music to using an Amazon Alexa device in the home. So what did we do with that information? We introduced a product called the VAIL amp. And what we did here was allow people to take a Amazon Echo Dot, and this picture here is the 3rd generation, and we simply provide power to it and we amplify it. So there's a little built-in amplifier, 2 by 30 watts. You can hook 2 to 4 speakers up to it. It includes a power supply. And now you can use all those capabilities that the Echo Dot has and get outstanding music from it. What we've really found is, to give you I'll give you a little nutshell example, a little small example. There's a dealer of ours in the States that we picked up recently that had his home builder. He'll touch about 6,000 to 7,000 homes in the next 3 years. And he does a lot of production home building, we call in the States. And his builders went to him, and one of his key builders said, you know what, I'm just tired of this one brand. I know it works, but we get too many callbacks, and I just don't want it installed anymore. And this particular integrator said, you know what, let me show you this product. And they took the VAIL amp to them, they demoed it, they showed it to him, and this builder started to sell our VAIL amp over, another budget smart home system. What they found is their close rate went from, I believe about 13% to over 50%, because people are familiar with the platform. So this whole thing about leveraging what Alexa is doing and smart speakers and leveraging that into audio, this is, really capturing something that the bulk of the market here in the States and through the figures in the UK is really happening. And we've seen a incredible increase in the number of interest in this product and purchases once people get familiar with it. So we made this product, the VAIL amp. It incorporates an Amazon Echo Dot, but then, this is a little bit of background on some of the how-tos. We actually have a successor unit with it. You can add auxiliary audio input. It's easy to power. You can centrally locate the power. You can do it in a simple DIY kind of configuration. So there's a little bit of a, hardware and how that works. Where do they go? They're very popular in not just homes here in the States, but what we call MDU projects, apartments, condos, small living spaces. So there's a wide variety of installations. I believe David had some going to student housing.
Yes, indeed.
There's that kind of a market too, and we've seen some of that also in the US. So very flexible, easy to use. There's no training that has to be done in it because, once again, so many people understand. So, a wide range of places it can be used. We also have these used in, multi-million-dollar homes. There's a Silicon Valley in Los Gatos. There's a home that has, I think, 29 of these in Silicon Valley in California. So it's a wide range because you can make it a single zone use, you can make it a multi-zone use. So that's where we came from. Of course, with any product, having been in product engineering a long time, an old buddy of mine used to say, there's always the why don't yous. And whenever you introduce a product, there's the why don't yous. And with the VAIL amp, what we got is, why don't you make something that works with Google? Why don't you make something that works with Apple? Why don't you make something that better integrates with the television or other audio sources? So with that input, we came out with the VAIL Cast, which is what I'm here to highlight a little bit today and talk to you about. What the VAIL Cast really addresses is the challenges for integrators. And what those challenges are is among other things, is universality. So that is that, it's a product that'll work with just about anything. We find that with these platforms coming up and with, the existing big companies, they all have, what the old American phrase, they all have a dog in the fight in the game. Everyone wants to continue to sell their platform and push it because that's what their revenue stream is centered around. But we wanted to try and kind of break through that and give integrators a flexible choice. And with the VAIL amp, we've done that. What we've done is addressed with one unit, or excuse me, the VAIL Cast, one unit, something that works with all the platforms you see at the top there, Amazon Alexa, with Apple's home system. It'll cast to Google Home. It'll play with it's DLNA, so it'll work with Microsoft devices or base devices. And it'll, these are just a small sampling of some of the music services. Obviously, in the UK and other parts of the world, it changes. Our platform actually, if you're in China, it works with Baidu, which is a giant thing there in China. So it's a single piece of hardware that will work with, all these existing platforms that basically people throughout the world see as smart audio. And, that instead of having that conversation of why you should buy this particular control system over another or use it, it's just simple a matter of, oh, are you an Apple user? Are you an Alexa user? Do you use Google? Great, I have a solution for you. And what we're doing is being the audio piece of these systems. So what you'll see here on the screen is what our VAIL Cast is. So what we've done is made a device that will natively work with any of those platforms. Apple AirPlay 2, Chromecast, Alexa, DLNA, also Spotify Direct. So, if you have a smartphone and you open it up, this will show up as a device, as an audio device to, mirror to with Apple, to cast to with Chrome, to set up as an Alexa device, to use as a DLNA device if you have Microsoft, to, and there's no hardware. There's no proprietary software. We're not burdening you with, go download the T2G Audio app, and and maybe we'll decide to update it when the firmware on your phone or the software on your phone changes, and it doesn't get bricked. No, we're just leveraging something that's already existing within the ecosystem and people are familiar with. So you pick and choose which one you want. So it's a streaming amplifier that works natively with any of these apps. What's unique about it? It's not a big giant box. What it is something that can be flexible within the environment. It can be used either as a standalone device, as you see on the bottom photo there. So it actually just, can sit on a countertop. We do have a way to, if you did want to centrally locate it, it'll go into a rack. So you can have these, one in a room. If you want 5 of them, put one in every room. If you want 5 of them and you don't want them in rooms, well, you can centrally locate them somewhere. They can be put near a display or television, and you can use them with that. What you'll see here with this particular small amplifier, like I said, it will be a tabletop or desktop mount if you'd like. It also has the capability to go in wall, which is, it uses a standard, at least here in the States, it uses a standard double gang ring. But we made it look all pretty, and these are cheap rings that we'll be able to supply through our distributors worldwide. So it easily goes into the wall cavity and can mount there, so it's up on the wall, either behind the TV or within view, to serve the room in that way. And this is once again just explaining what I've talked about. It has a little, if you look at that photo on the bottom right, you'll see the little notch in the bottom of it. That's actually a way to pull through the optical input from your output from the TV into this, because it will actually serve, it will actually take a secondary audio input as well as stream from the services I talked about. So you can hook this up to the television, and it has IR learning, so it will be able to ramp volume in that way. And you can use this obviously, with any speaker you want, with a standalone speaker, with installed speakers. This is gives you a little bit better shot view on exactly what is going on in the back there. You'll see there's a speaker connector, has a regular low voltage power in, so you don't have to worry about a high voltage within a wall cavity if you run it there. And for flexibility, it also has a not only Wi-Fi connected, but you can connect it directly via Ethernet. So so you get more assurances in certain installations. I know a lot of the construction throughout the world isn't the same here as the States, where we all have just a bunch of wood sticks and some drywall, and Wi-Fi doesn't carry quite as much. It has a line in, as we mentioned, for an analog line in. It has an optical line in to amplify that. It also has an output, a stereo output. So this actually, you can use it with all the sources I just mentioned, but then connect it to a separate amplifier if you'd like. Or, in addition to the internal amplifier, select to connect to an external amplifier. So this can actually be a streaming source with those platforms as well, which makes it, quite flexible. One other thing we're not, I'll open the hood a little bit. We're not introducing it with the first run, but this actually is, firmware updatable, and we will implement a mesh Wi-Fi. It has a state-of-the-art mesh Wi-Fi network in it. So it can be used, that will, further the range of it and other devices within the home. So a quite powerful little platform. This is just a quick rundown on some of the capabilities versus, other systems. This is a targeted US MSRP, but you'll see because of the other platforms that we work with, such as Google and Amazon and Apple, it has those multi-room capabilities. Doesn't require another app. You can mount it in the wall. It has a subwoofer output. That's what you can use that audio out for. So it's very flexible. And one thing that's kind of exciting that I haven't mentioned is that while it has the capability of all these platforms, you're not locked down to one of them. So I could have a home that I have configured to use this with, Amazon Alexa. Let's say I have 5 units within my home and I have them zoned and I'm listening to music here and there and streaming music with Alexa. That doesn't mean that, if my wife is up in the bedroom and she's wants to listen to some music on, Apple Music from her phone, she can actually then just select that one in the room and mirror to it via Apple AirPlay. So it's not locked down to one system. It's very flexible. So that's another exciting thing about it. So, what we've really done is try to create a unit that will have that universality, that will work with various platforms, will be at a, effective price point, and is something that basically anyone with a smartphone right now could have up and running within a matter of minutes. So very universal, takes the audio that people are familiar with and the systems people are familiar with and improves that. So we've had a tremendous amount of interest in this product. So that's the VAIL Cast. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we do a few other things than the VAIL Cast and the VAIL amplifiers, and what we're known for. Within the TDG audio line, we make a full range of loudspeakers, in-wall, in-ceiling. Basically, we could check every box. If you need something for that particular application, we have it. Whether it's home theater, distributed audio, outdoor, and all the line kind of has a matching range of product quality. This is just a quick slide on, I won't go into it, but because of our engineering background, we think things through a little bit more than other people. It's not just an ordinary speaker. I know it looks like one, but every small detail, such as how high the magnets are on the baffle so that the grill doesn't rattle, like almost everyone else's do. We think about those things. This is a little highlight on one of our cool audio products called the Skybar, which is allows you to have a home theater in small discrete boxes. there's two models, the Skybar LCR and the Skybar SAT. And what those do is, in this slide here, you can see some of the types of installations. Just suffice to say that you can get, 7 channels of audio in 3 discrete speakers, as you see there on the left, mounted in ceiling. This product can be used in ceiling, it can be used in wall, it can be used, it's got a cool little feature, which we tried to patent, but we weren't too successful. It's got a feature where you can use, rather than, for example, it's the Skybar LCR, it can be a center, left, and right in one cabinet, which is that speaker you see in the middle of the right-hand photo, or you can throw a switch and it becomes a full-range speaker. And this has become a very popular category for us because it can be used in a lot of ways: in wall, in ceiling, multi-channel, single, full channel, and very flexible. And best of all, it sounds great. And a lot of people are discovering that for the price point, especially versus the competition, we continue to see this category accelerate. We also make a full range of outdoor products for, surface mount, cabinet mount speakers. I know that a lot of the cabinet, we have a line of TDG Audio OS speakers, they're called OS 62Ts, 82Ts, which are 100-volt compatible. Those do quite well in both outdoor and commercial installations, lots of bars, restaurants, very good sounding, very reliable. And just as one of our parting shots is one of the things that I know, David and I were chatting before this all began about how important really customer service is to everyone. And you can say that, but we really believe it. I spend a good part of my day just talking to our individual dealers, and they know they can reach out to me directly, because that personal part of the business is what drives that. What I've really come to understand in my, many decades in this business is the best way that, we have a unique business, and you're going directly into people's homes. They're seeing you, they're talking to you, or their businesses. And so you have to have, you have to be able to fulfill whatever that need is directly, and they're looking you in the face. And to have, to develop that trust and to support it, we want to support our distributors and our dealers directly also. So that's part of the way we think about business and we do business. So that's that's a little wrap up on. Thank you for listening on what we've done. You'll see here on the screen. I want to remind everyone again, while I'm Jeff Francisco at TDG, our go-to guy and our partners in the UK is Avoke, that you'll see in the center there. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to us directly. Thank you.